they going to come out and just try to, like I said, knock it through the end zone, or are they going to try to pin us back? So I think there's a lot of strategy goes with it. I think what's going to happen is people will go through the first year, and they'll look and see how everybody plays it, and they'll formulate their opinions and their strategy and go from there.
And finally, you weigh, you mentioned in the spring that the coverage units here were pretty decent last year. How much do you weigh that with against having a kicker that can kick it?
A lot. I mean, obviously it's an 11-man deal. If you've got a kicker that can put it back in the corner and pin them, and you've got a coverage unit that's good at doing that, then you tend to let them play. But at the same time, there's something to be said for just kicking that thing and letting it come out too, just putting it putting it on 25 and let's go. So.
Are you comfortable with, you guys have been kind of evaluating who's going to be on each unit, special teams unit. I mean, are you guys comfortable with where you are, and are guys maybe selling into their different units respectively?
Very comfortable. I've mentioned before, I can't always remember who I've spoken to, but Coach Dooley heavily involved in special teams, and we don't pay any less attention to detail with special teams than we do offense and defense here, and we go over the depth chart over and over because your depth chart's bigger, your pool is bigger in special teams. You got your offense and your defense, and that's what you've got. Well, we go in every day and we're looking for answers. It could be on either side of the ball, and so there's more opportunities to try people out and look at a guy here, look at a guy there. And Coach is pretty adamant about we need to find the guys that can do it as early as we can, because you want to be working with the right people. And so we feel like we're in a good place. It's never over. It's always an evolution going on. Who's going to be in there, because you have injuries that get in the mix too. But yeah, we do a lot of work with personnel, and I feel really good about where we are right now.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
Do you have your? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to go tight end. If you're going special teams, keep going.
I was just going to ask one special teams question about the. You talk about the organizational chart or depth chart there on special teams, and guys coming in and out because of the where they are on offense or defense. Do you have a couple of staples that, even if they're not starters, or a couple of guys that are just they're kind of your special teams guys that are maybe on 3 or 4 units and just do a really good job?
Well, I want to preface this by saying not the only ones, but 2 that jump right out are Crump and Sapp. They do a great job. I mean, they take it seriously. They've been staples since I've gotten here, and I watched the video when I got here, and they were on it last year. And I want to say it again, because I don't want anybody coming up to me tomorrow going, "What about me?" Because we've got a lot of guys I think that are going to fit into that this year, and I think we've got a lot of young guys that could potentially do that. But Crump and Sapp are 2 guys that I watch them. They come out here every day, and it's not like they're over there drinking water during defense. I mean, they bust their hump over there too. But when they come into our meetings, they're 2 of the staples, but not the only 2 staples.
Does it take a special mentality to be that kind of guy? I mean, a lot of guys, kids these days, some of them, they're not starting on defense or offense. They tend to, woe is me, and
it happens, and then it happens more to young guys. I think as you grow up, what happens is you start understanding that, hey, 2 things happen. First of all, you realize what a big part of the game it is. And I think everybody sees that in college, and I think if you really look at it, you find it a lot in the NFL. And I also think people understand that just might be their ticket individually. And there are plenty of people that play on Sundays, and that's what they do. I mean, they do that, and they're the 4th or 5th receiver, they're the 6th or 7th DB, and that's what they do. And we preach that here. I mean, it might be a young guy. You might be a young guy who your time is coming, but you've got a junior or senior in front of you, and you're just not there yet, defensively or offensively. But this is your place to start off, and it's football. And I think sometimes people think of special teams as something totally different. Our techniques that we use on special teams, I can take almost every one of them, and I can look at offense or defense, and I can apply it and go, if you're a receiver and you're doing that here on special teams, right there it is. You do the same thing as a wideout. Here you are, you're a fullback. Same thing with fullback. You're a DB. Same thing. So, it's not like it's some foreign thing that's just totally separate from offensive and defensive football. It gets young people better and makes them better football players, and actually gets them on the field offensively and defensively quicker.
Where are you with your? I mean, you had Michael was out for several days here. Obviously, you got depth concerns. Just as a pool, where are you at the tight end position?
Well, Michael's out here running around a little bit, and I'm obviously glad to see that. He is too. He's been chomping at the bit to get out here, trying to make sure we bring him back at the right pace. Bart and Brendan have carried a workload. I've tried to be careful there, and we've tried to be careful there about, not. What happens is there's always a danger if somebody pulls up a little bit and they're out for a couple of weeks and you overwork the 2 or 3 that are left, and now you look up and you've got 3 guys that are going to be in a month. So we really tried to take that time when Michael was healing up and tried to bring on some young guys, tried to bring on Justin King, tried to bring on Joe Ayers, some guys we moved over there, and tried to take a look at them. And it's painful at times because they don't know the offense as well as the other guys, and they're going to make mistakes. But I'll take the pain now, instead of the pain in September and October.